Good morning and welcome to Frontiers of Knowledge segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. Human mind, human capability, human ingenuity are limitless. Could you have ever thought of a battery that can last for more than 1,000 years? As a matter of thousands and thousands of years. I couldn't have. Our batteries die down, whether they are car batteries, they are flash batteries, or batteries for your phone, or whatever. They die down unless they are charged. And coupled with that, if a battery is made from waste and can last in for thousands of years, that would be a marvel. The waste is consumed, and that too nuclear waste, which is extremely harmful if not utilized properly. So nuclear power, which is considered a clean energy source because it has zero carbon dioxide, is quite hazardous as far as the waste is concerned. So how to do it? Experts have different opinions, they have different solutions for the issue. But the latest one, the radioactive diamond batteries, are something out of this world. As a matter of fact, they were first developed in 2006, but then they were not very effective. However, the new batteries which have been developed hold a promise, and a promise that says that they will not need recharging, are being scrapped for thousands of years. And then another thing, these batteries would be available next year in the market in various shapes. As a matter of fact, they are also developing along with that nano diamond batteries from nuclear waste, and they describe it as alpha, beta, neutro voltaic batteries. They have several unimaginable features which deserve. First is, of course, their durability. They will actually last up to 8,000 years. That's almost 30,000 years, which means they can be used reliably for the space vehicles, space stations, satellites, studios, whatever, anywhere. And then the drones, electric cars, aircraft on the earth would never need to stop to be recharged. Imagine your aeroplane and the ticket prices automatically shall fall down appreciably because majority of the expenses for an aircraft is the fuel. And the fuel is, once you put the battery in and it runs for 28,000 years. And what's the life of an aircraft? Just a decade or so. So you can well imagine the same battery can be used in the other aircraft, and naturally once investment is made, you don't have to fleece the people. Second appreciable capability is its safety. The diamond is, we are aware, one of the hardest substances, and it's also the most thermal conductor material in the world. So which would protect against the heat products by the radioisotopes. And that would make it safe, absolutely safe. Then it will be market friendly. The thin film layers of PCDs in these batteries would allow for different shapes and forms. That's why the nano diamond batteries would have multi-purpose benefits and enter the different markets. As a matter of fact, they are going to be there in each and every sphere, whether it's your watches, electric watches, your electronic instruments, your telephones, your monitors, name it, computers, laptops, unimaginable. And as a matter of fact, the whole household can be geared towards that battery source. So it would be matter of some manipulation, some alteration, but ultimately this would be a revolutionary. And when I read about it, I picked up the phone and talked to the scientists. And I was really, really impressed. The results are very good. The field research has been done. The computer modeling has been done. And it has undergone the stress test, longevity test, and all sorts of the lab tests. It has also been tested in propelled cars and things like that. For example, a car has been running since 2006 on this. Would your imagination not boggle down at these diamond nuclear waste batteries? I think if there is one invention that heralds a cataclysmic change, it is these batteries. A, they utilize the nuclear waste. B, they provide you with clean energy for 30,000 years, 28,000 to be more precise. This would be a change. And as a matter of fact, one of them, Grayson, was telling me that they can be used in the factories where the production is there. So all sorts of pollution from fossil energy would be a thing of the past once they come into being, and they hope to launch it in the market next year, that's 2023. And then cancer is a scourge, and the treatment, whether it's radiotherapy or whatever, is much worse. But Israelis have come out with a new natural weapon for fighting cancer. Natural antibodies found in the tumors themselves have pointed out a way how to improve immunotherapy. And that is in the new Wisman Institute. The Wisman Institute of Science lays a foundation towards a possible cancer breakthrough in the form of immunization therapy that will exploit a unique immune system in battle against cancer. And what it would do, it will naturally produce antibodies. Now, antibodies are proteins that neutralize specific threats. Other scientific studies have found that naturally occurring antibodies often been discovered in the cancerous tumors. But their purpose was not known. Now they have identified the purpose, and what is in the cancerous tumor would be manipulated and used to kill that tumor. And it's quite possible, according to them, that they can have been generated in the body without any relation to the cancer itself. There's indirect evidence, however, that suggests that they do offer some of the sort of anti-tumor benefits. Patients who have suffered long enough from this disease are more responsive to the anti-cancer drugs, were found to have higher concentration of these antibodies in their body. And these bodies produce B cells in their tumors. But there was till now no way of determining whether these cells and antibodies that they produce contribute to improved survival. The new findings were published in the journal Cell, and I read it there. And they have identified, and then they have studied about 1,000 proteins in the cancer cells, and they have identified out of these thousands a molecule that is targeted by the newly identified antibodies. The membrane basically, is around the tumor, has that antibodies, and it's a matter of just separating them. And in a healthy person, this shape is scissors-like. It's an enzyme which plays an important part in remodeling the uterus. But what happens in cancer is it loses inability, and antibodies which are there in the membrane, if they are released, they can ensure therapy. So what happens is, what they are going to do is, they are going to create a matrix around the cancer cells, helping them invade the surrounding tissues and then put a barrier. Those antibodies would be a barrier and the cancer would not spread. This would be a real progress, and these antibodies would neutralize very naturally. As a matter of fact, the treatment is in the disease itself. Can there be something which is self-destroying, as cancer is proving itself to be? And then, something which is not science, but it's concerned with us. We always say myself, yourself, ourself, the sense of self, where it is. And according to the neurologist, the sense of self is rooted in lungs, heart, and gut, primarily in the gut. So when you say, trust your gut, you are in fact realizing it that what your gut tells you is much more important. Similarly, follow your heart rather than think with your head. So the lungs, heart, and gut are much more important because they involve your real self, devoid of all the learning that you have, whether it's conditioned or academic learning. But learning is basically, as I've already been saying, not very effective. So this identification has been done based on 5,600 brain scans and the scans of the lung cancer and the gut continuously when this was done. And this psychiatric treatment, this psychological assessment has been done, as I said, on a sample of 5,600 people, and they were selected randomly from different countries, from different cultures, from different age groups. And all of them revealed that gut, lungs, and the heart, these three organs basically are the most determining organs that decide. And as a matter of fact, I was so impressed by it that I thought of writing an article which I'll be publishing in a couple of days. As a matter of fact, this is something which makes human beings a better human being, more capable, more able to have A, responsibility, B, resilience. Both these factors are most important factors today. And that would be helpful. And let me tell you, this psychology, I'll call it a breakthrough basically, is going to be of momentous nature in the development of mankind, and evolutionary process would be more clear. Coupled with that, say when we talk of this and we come to a culture, we say monogamy is required, bigamy is not good, polygamy is not good. But what about the animals? They are part of creation. Are they monogamous? You'll be amazed that the birds, by and large, 90% are monogamous. They don't go and have polygamous relationship. But the aquatic animals, practically fish especially, similarly amphibians like frogs, and reptiles, snakes, these are not monogamous. They are very rare. So 90% of the birds are monogamous, and 90% of the fish and 95% of the fish, reptiles and amphibians are not monogamous. And about the other animals, they are mixed breed. If they get a chance, they indulge in, like the human beings, extramarital relationship. In the meantime, let me tell you, before I close down, that despite the pandemic, despite working from home, the greenhouse gases in the world remain all-time high. There has been no abatement of GHG. So all that talk of transportation, everything what I've been saying, has proved to be misleading. But reality is that change is natural, and that's what is happening. Need not terrify us. Accept it, because this is what we are and this is the way we are born. Thank you.